Hello guys and welcome to Bush Life. It is finally raining down here in the bush and the plants have been dying for water. Literally. Now in today's episode I have 3 simple goals. Number 1. Finally plant those Carolina Reapers in the tires behind the tent. Now to do this I'm going to have to shovel some dirt and fill both of them up, and then we've got 2 Carolina Reapers, one for each tire. If they turn out to not be Carolina Reapers or they die, I'll just go buy some from the store, as I do. Now for number 2. Behind me we have the bush plant. The plant I got in episode 1 of this series nearly a year ago. Now I did say a while back that I wanted to name each of the plants. Some of them are named, but I want to give them like a little label. I'm not too sure how to explain it, but I'll put some pictures on screen so you guys get an idea. I'll be doing that today as well. And thirdly, I want to try and make this into a little archway to get through to eventually sometime in the future build a little Japanese garden back there. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do it just yet, but just you wait and see. I'll be trying to build a little archway to get through here. It should look really cool. So without further ado, let's plant those Carolina Reapers. Right, now that is done, I need to get this soil a little bit moist before I put the Carolina Reapers in, so let's do that now. And right on cue, it's raining again. So using that watering can makes me never want to have to go back to using this thing again. If you didn't know, I literally have to take that thing down to the creek, log it up, and pretty much drop half the water on the way up. By the time I reach the plant, all the water's pretty much gone already. I really do think I need to invest in a watering can. It halves the time. I keep 99% of the water that I'm taking up. Right now I'm just borrowing my mother's, but if I had my own to keep down here, well, it'd just make everything so much more efficient, and it'd save my poor arms and back from dying doing that for half an hour to water everything. Yeah, I think that's probably a smart investment. Anyways, let's plant the stuff. So right now we've got the Carolina Reapers in the life support box, I call this. They're just plants that need like water a lot, like 24/7. So we've got one here and one here. We're going to pluck them out, hopefully intact. That would be wise. And chuck them behind there in those tires. Should look pretty cool. Number 1. Number 2. Here is one of them in, looking good. And here is our other one right here. I'm just going to let them soak for a bit, and then I'll water them again later. On to our next task. I'm going to be getting rocks and writing the names of each plant and coming up with new names for the other plants that I've gotten. But before, I'm going to do a quick little cut to every single plant that I have named, just so you know what they are named. Starting here with the potty plant. Not the potty plant, the pond plant. Apparently I'm forgetting the names of my own plants, but apparently it's on a tilt right now, so I need to quickly fix it up. The dirt in it must have eroded away from the watering, so I'm going to quickly fix that up. And just like that, our problem is solved. A nice new, fresh layer of dirt. Now let's name these plants. Pond plant, potty plant, regrowth plant, ruin plant, toast plant, autumn tree, bush plant, potty plant junior, extra minty plant, the mint plant. So as you can see, we've got a lot of plants. And I've got a few more I need to name, so let's get some rocks. Rocks. Yeah, gonna have to clean those off. Okay, so I'm down here where I was just collecting those rocks, and I found something pretty interesting that I want to check out. There's a rope here. Now I try to lift it and it's like well buried in the ground here. Like, damn, it's buried. But it keeps going down here. So the water's low from all the hot times and stuff, whatever I'm saying. So I think I'm free to follow it if there's no snakes through here. It goes into here somewhere. Here. It's wedged around this branch here, which connects to There is so much mud that's built up around this thing, it's not even funny. This thing has got to have been here for a very good amount of years. We're talking 10 or more, I reckon. I just can't get it out. It's wedged real deep in. Ugh. For everything to have built up around it here, it has to have been here for a long time, unless there is something in it that is stopping it from coming out. Something big. I don't know. Oh, it's getting pulled at this side. It keeps going into the earth, deeper, down in there. What is this thing? It just keeps going. Like, it's just going in. Cave system going on right now. And it still keeps going. I'm gonna have to really dig for this. To the point where it's just this really hard, rocky clay stuff. And this thing just keeps going. Where does this thing lead? Jeez, it just keeps on going. It's just going further down. Whew. I've been digging all the way from there to here, and it just keeps going down. I don't know what this is. For all the digging, we have a lead. It actually goes up through here. Oh. It's tied to the gate where I enter the bush. Right, I just spent an hour doing that. I'm gonna go back to naming rocks. Like and subscribe if you want to see me dig up the other end to see what's there. Any day, I swear, this thing's gonna fall down. So as you can see, these rocks here, they're a little bit muddy. It's time to fix that. There's some water here, it's time to clean them all off. Let's do this. Well, that wind's starting to pick up as well. The storm might be on the way, which is a good thing because I need water. Now I decided I'm only going to do the plants that actually have a name at the moment. But if you guys have any name suggestions for other plants, do comment below. I'll release a video on my second channel, link in the description to that video, where I'll just have a little, like 1-second clip of each plant that isn't named, and just comment any name ideas, and any that I like, I'll get a rock and I'll do it. But I've got to wait for those rocks to dry before I can put any marker on them, so let's get around to doing this archway. Now, this whole series has been a massive learning experience for me with outdoorsy stuff. Now, I might seem like I know what I'm doing sometimes. I don't. I am not an outdoors professional at all, and I in no way do not know how to make an archway, especially out of just natural resources. So, this is going to be my probably very sad attempt at doing it. So, without further ado, I'm going to try and find something that'll work. I think what I actually need here is more so something to lift this up, and that will naturally grow into like an arch position. That's kind of my plan here. but just getting this up so I can walk into there easier would be nice. Got a piece of hessian. I'm going to try to tie this back. Alright, it has been turned back. So let's go for a little walk through, shall we? You still have to duck a bit because of the vines, but it does make things a lot easier having it just held back there. So it's quite nice, and the hope is that this does keep growing over time and form a bit of an archway. That I think would look pretty cool. Now there is a few things I do want to show, as it is the end of the video now, that I've actually done off camera, so let's quickly do that. These new plants here, they don't need a lot of sunlight, so I just got some hessian here and strung it up just to block it out a bit, and it does work really well because they're growing nicely. All of this area was fully cleared out, it's just dirt now. I think that's rosemary, if I can remember correctly. Then we've got pumpkins growing there, and chives, I think, there. We also got one of those plants from the top of the mountain here, but I don't think this one's going to make it. But we got the other 3 over there, so that's all good. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, please do stick around. Got some fun stuff coming up, some big plans for 2024 down here. Lots of fun stuff I'd like to share with you guys. And let's end the video off with me placing down some rocks.